Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel for another iRacing video, and a bit of an update since last race. I've managed to climb up and get my A-class license. So that happened in the race just before this one. It was a Mazda MX-5 race like what we're running right now. It was going to be a really good race as well. We're running close towards the front there, but I mentioned it in the video. I didn't put enough fuel in the car. I've been messing around with setups in practice trying to get on the pace and took all the fuel out of the car. Didn't even really make a difference, to be honest. The practice that I've done for this race on a full tank, I set a personal best with a full tank, so the fuel's not really made a difference in this car, but yeah, really annoying. It was a super good race, but kept the race clean, which is most important, and yeah, got promoted up into A-class. So this is going to be my first race as an A-class driver. We're starting way down in the pack, or sort of in the mid-pack in this field. We've got some pace around this circuit, but just couldn't put it really together in qualifying. But it's always great racing in these Mazdas, so let's jump in and see how we get on. Alright, here we go then. Mazda Advanced at Imola. Webcam has frozen.
Green.
There we go, we're back, we're in action. No pedal cam, that's also frozen. But here we are at Imola, piling into the first turn into the chicane. And there's a car gone round. Alright, technical difficulties at the start there, so yeah, no pedal cam, that's absolutely pooped itself. But we're here. It's top of two splits. I was expecting higher participation, to be honest, in these Mazdas than what we've ended up with. This is my first race in A-class, or as an A-class driver, I guess. Really like this series, a lot of fun. I just raced the race before this one. Forgot to put enough fuel in the car, so that was a bit disappointing. I was running in P6 at the time when I had to pit.
Clear on the right.
There's carnage behind. Oh my god. I got a 4X for that. Seems a bit unreasonable. Don't know if anyone's watching is aware, but if you get an X of any description, so say for example that was a 0X, but if the driver that you've contacted with then goes on to get more X's, they're also attributed to you. So you could have 0X side-to-side contact, but if he then goes off track, it'll give you a 1X, or if he has a loss of control, that'll give you the 2X. Or in that instance, someone else completely creamed into him to give him a 4X, and that was attributed to me, which is a bit annoying. But could be worse, it could have been us that just got killed, so head down, let's crack on. Being gapped a little bit by Shintaro in front of us. He is 500 iRatings higher than I am, so if we can keep on the back of him, I'll be mighty impressed. I think it's more likely that Nicholas behind us comes back towards us, but P10, so made a couple of positions off the line. Probably got more pace than what I actually qualified as. It was a bit of a scruffy qualifying lap from me. So let's see if we can gap the guys that are behind me that are a similar iRating, and hopefully cling on to the back of these guys in front. Oh, not like that, we won't know. That'll bring Nicholas straight back onto our tail. Nice and ride, using all the AstroTurf there. You can basically use all of it without getting any incident points. Same on that corner there, you can cut the inside just a little bit. Nicholas wants to work together to catch the guys in front. I'm all up for that plan.
You got it, slow car on the right, cast off on the right.
There's a death in the chicane. That's a freebie for the pair of us. P9 then. Nicholas behind wanting to work together. But then nearly collects us. Good run out of this last corner, onto the straight. Alright, 6.295, that's close to a personal best for me. It still isn't enough, in fact it is a personal best. And it's still not enough. Nicholas behind's doing 5s. Alright, here we go. Let's hope he can pull us along. It's got good pace, 5.6. It's faster than I've ever done. Try and keep on the toe of Nicholas here to pull away from the guys behind. Be guaranteed a top 10 then if I can make that happen, which will be a very welcome result in my books. Almost out of slipstream range though after one lap. Predicted time doesn't do it justice because obviously we went wide in the hairpin to let Nicholas past. Dropping a little bit here. Do get a personal best final sector across the line.
You got a toy car on the right.
Oh, there's carnage in the first couple of turns. The leaders have had a bit of an argument.
Go left.
That gives us a couple of positions there, then so up to P8. Maybe some damaged cars as well. They got caught out by Nicholas then. He braked a lot sort of harder than I was expecting him to, or harder than I would at least at that corner. I like to drift through the first half of that chicane and then really slam the anchors for the second one. Just caught me out a little bit, but still good. Still got 2 second gap behind. It's a 25-minute race, so went to a third distance. I've had to click auto blip on for this car for this race. I was trying to do it manually, but it was literally costing me 7/10 a lap, and on a competitive field like this I can't afford the 7/10 off the pace. True feel, I imagine all the fastest guys are probably using it as well, so it's just one less thing to have to think about. I was watching a few onboards from the Radicals last week, and it seemed all the fastest guys there were using the auto blip. And obviously you can hear the engine note when it's a manual blip, because a human would blip a lot more than what the auto does. Came in a bit too hot there, a bit too sideways. And just overdriving it a little bit, need to wind it back a peg. We've got a good gap behind, I don't need to go throwing that away. Probably done, probably. Oh, that's going to be a slowdown. It's not. Got away with it. Don't know how. So I'm a little bit faster than Nicholas, I think, through that little chicane. I think that one is Tamburello, isn't it? I can't remember the name of the first one. Maybe Tamburello is the third part of the first chicane. Anyway, not to worry. Sticking with Nicholas, most importantly. Guys ahead are pulling away, pulling away, pulling away. Feel the performance in the car going away as well. The brakes and the tyre grip. Well, the tyres are just overheating a little bit. Car's just starting to be a bit sluggish. Now that Nicholas is in front of us, he's not setting any of those 2:05 laps that he was doing when he had the slipstream from us though. He has got the pace on us though, he's pulling away. He's got that gap up to a second now as we desperately try and cling on to him. Fastest ever lap is a 6:015. That's with slipstream. I'll be able to get that a little bit lower later in the race maybe. A lot of corners on this track that you can cut a little bit in this Mazda. Part of the challenge with this, with it being an open setup, was trying to find a spring and dampness setting that would accept the bumps a little bit better. I don't have a VRS membership or anything, so I can't just jump on and grab the setup from online, sadly. So a little bit of tinkering. But, we've got something that's competitive at least. Guy at the front running a 2:04. Don't think I'll ever be reaching those kind of heighty highs, but could run the low sixes when I need to. I like to throw it into first, just going around that corner there. It's grabbing first gear, so it gives it a kick of oversteer. Just nice to get it around the last bit of the corner, and I'm instantly on the gas to just power out through it and get back into second. There's a couple of corners like that around this track where I'm using first to spin the car as opposed to actually needing it as a gear. Bit of a mistake through the chicane there, got a 1x for it. Looks like Robert behind me also made a bit of a mistake because the gap actually grew a little bit there to him. There's another example there, flipped it down to first just to get it in around that corner.
Slow down, you got a penalty for cutting the cord.
Got a penalty, but hopefully with the draft missing, we'll just naturally lose a second anyway. If not, we'll just coast it into first corner and get that cleared. Wasn't quite enough, and now Robert's really caught up. That was an annoying slowdown to have got. I didn't really even gain an advantage. Let's incentivise Robert behind us there. He's really catching up now. I do think we've got the pace on him though. Hopefully we'll be able to pull away again. Looks like he's a little bit faster than me into Aqua Minerale back there. We're pretty even on a lap by lap basis, turn by turn basis. The gap is pretty consistent. We'll just be hovering on the edge of getting a draft. Of course, the longer that it sits back there, the hotter is everything we'll be getting, so fingers crossed we can keep him back there for a little bit longer, just so we start to lose that performance. As it stands, he's probably close enough for the draft down the straight here. Might be under pressure, under threat. Oh, we've gone deep. That'll give it to him.
Keep to the left.
Leave him the space. All the way around the outside.
You're on the right. About time some leaders at the front started clattering into each other, giving us some more freebies. Didn't notice how much we'd caught Nicholas back up as well there. Seems a lot closer than he was.
Hockey's catching up.
Big wobble from Nicholas coming out of the chicane there. Big front end twitch. Into a beautiful little slipstream train here. Straight away Nicholas starts going defensive. Still in a top 10, which is still a massive result in my eyes. Race Labs reckon that'll be a plus 51 rating gain for us. Nicholas made my own mistake there, went too deep into the first half of the chicane. Just compromises you all the way down this straight here. Did a better job than I did though to get his momentum back. Didn't necessarily want to dive on Robert there, just needed somewhere to go with the overspeed that I had. Would definitely be quicker if I try and push him past, and if Nicholas's pace is going to drop off, then could both be getting ready to get past him. A lot of understeer from the front of my Mazda just then, shaping up for a nice little finale to this race. Got a nice gap behind us still, so that's no problem. Oh god, found Drew parked in the middle of, I think that one's the Alta chicane, isn't it? Had a massive overrun compared to Robert then. Just said Drew, didn't I? It's Drew that's behind us. Getting all muddled up. Oh, another massive twitch for Nicholas. Alright, 1 second separates us, 0.9. Absolutely throw a blanket over us at the minute. couple of positions back is Tom Foreman, who was running the Radicals with us a lot last week. I recognise the name. Oh, touched a little bit of grass there. These boys scrapping hard in front. No complaints from me, it's great to watch. And the guys behind are not catching, so no harm, no foul. Only thing is, Robert cuts my lines off like that, and if he breaks earlier than I do after I've done that, then we're just going to have a bit of a pile up. Needs to be careful with how he's cutting. Lucky not to get a slowdown for me then. Got on the grass.
Get by me anyway. It worked out.
There might have been enough there just to lose the slipstream train. That would be sad if that's the case. Although they are fighting really aggressively, so they'll probably be slowing each other down again. Hopefully that'll be enough for me to catch them back up. So hard to overtake around this circuit, I find, in these cars. Seeing it seems that Robert really does have the pace on Nicholas, but just can't find somewhere to make the final move there. Somehow pulled a fastest sector ever out with bag in the final sector there, having made the mistake. Thought I would have gained some time on the two of them through that first chicane, but it's not really happened. They start getting really touchy-feely again in front of us. And now we're off track. And a slowdown. That seems unreasonable. Couple of short shifts should hopefully clear that one. In fact, it might clear anyway. There we go. That's easy. Did catch a little bit of time up on the two in front of us there. Alright, just a bit of a weave down the straight there as I tried to figure out what was going on with the fuel. You can see the red light on the dash that's been blinking there. That's on the actual Mazda dash as opposed to my overlay dash. It's been blinking basically the entire race, so I'm starting to get worried as we get close to the final stages here. Oh, there's been contact in front, it's pushed him off. Gifts us a position. Bit of a racing incident, I think, just a bit of a hip check each side from them. And Robert's actually saying sorry. Lucky not to get the off track again there. Oh, just got no grip at the front. just going to drive straight past us. Can't believe it.
On your left. Yeah, well done. Stay on the right.
I know where to go with it.
Clear.
You got NOS in there, Robert, or what? Alright, no answer for these guys then. It's been a fun race, absolutely love this car. Not the result I was maybe hoping for, but you know, a lot of the guys around me were a lot higher rating. I had no answer to Nicholas's pace, especially when he's had no slipstream and I was sort of following him. He was just pulling further and further away. I'd be interested to know if my car's damaged for any reason. But I don't think it is. I'm not sort of going to use it as an excuse or anything. I think I'm just didn't have the answer for these guys. Not bad, all things considered. Going to grab a P9 out of it, so top 10. Good chunk of iRacing by the looks of it coming our way, and hopefully even with the 6X, it's been quite a long race, so hopefully we'll get any even bit more safety rating there as well.
It's over. Great job. You did really well. Bud. Bravo.
I just could not hold on to those guys in front there. Even when I managed to get past Robert, or when he made that mistake and I slipped past him then, he just came straight back past me again. The car wasn't damaged, or it didn't look damaged on any of the replays or anything like that, so I think I was just a little bit slow, to be honest. So yeah, a little bit of work to do maybe before we run this circuit again in this car, but Imola's still quite new to me anyway, so I'm still probably finding out some of the little hidden tricks around the circuit and stuff like that. But overall, got a top 10 in a competitive field, so that's pretty good. I was, like I said in the video, quite disappointed that that there wasn't more people in the split. When we were running at Watkins Glen, was it last week or the week before, there was like loads of splits every time, and it made for some really good racing, whereas the sort of the 2.5k guys and stuff like that running 2:04 lap times, just like, I can't compete with that. So but yeah, hopefully sort of going forwards the splits will sort of bulk up again, and you know, the racing will be even better again, and we might be able to climb even closer towards the front of the field. But yeah, that's going to be everything for this video. So if you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel out, and consider subscribing if you're new here and you've not done that already. Other than that, take it easy and look after yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next one.